Alright everybody, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Now when we left off last time, we found ourselves without enough power to maneuver ourselves safely onto the Mun, so I figured I would cut out a lot of the launch and go time, and then, just like cut to the chase, and we'd already find ourselves within like a sufficient orbit, and like we'd be ready to do all our maneuvers to get to the Mun. So here we are, we're back again with our Mun lander Mark II, as I have made quite a few adjustments. I've added some, I made the lights different, the ones that do not consume as much power. I've also added on 2 little solar panels to help us generate power so that our nice little electrical charge within this vessel here, as you can see, it's depleting because we're doing a little maneuver here. Hopefully it will be able to see us through the woods and we'll be able to regain power. So yeah, we are back with some more Kerbal Space Program, and as always, I usually do leave these episodes a little far in between just so I can become more savvy with all the gear and make sure I don't like screw up too badly while playing. So let's just make sure we get to our last maneuver node here, and then we'll try and deploy the solar panels once we are in a sufficient orbit around the planet Kerbin. And then we'll find ourselves on our, on a crash course, quite literally, to the Mun. So we're at our first maneuver node right here, and this will circularize our orbit. Now, if any of you are new to this series, well, first off, welcome, and second off, if you're wondering what this game is, well, it's basically, this is Kerbal Space Program, and it's a space simulator game. You can build spaceships like the one I'm flying right now. You can go to different planets, or, you can build spaceships, like physical space, like aircraft, and those things are really cool, and we're going to start dabbling in those pretty soon. I really don't know how to work those all that well, very well. Yeah, there's like a whole different system with jet engines and all that stuff that I'm not really familiar with, so we'll find ourselves with that kind of challenge later on. However, this is Kerbal Space Program, and we are going to go to the Mun. Now, if you don't know what the Mun is quite yet, it's not a big deal. It's basically a Kerbal Space Program's version of the Moon, but it's just pronounced the Mun. So yeah, so let's just do our very first burn right here for a good 40 seconds. I actually do believe these engines will hold out until then. They should, at least. I don't know. I think like as soon as these engines are done, it's about to be like the last few seconds of this actual burn. Now, as you guys can see right here, this is how many meters per second we have to achieve to make this orbit completely circularized. Here's how long we have to burn, which is depleting as we burn, and here was the node that we're going on right now. So it actually seems as though we're going to burn on our exit engine here. So hopefully we won't have to do too much. All right, so yeah, we've got to deploy that. Okay, so we didn't have to like do a whole lot. A lot of our secondary engines back there did a lot of the work, so that is always fantastic. So just say goodbye to the lifter pod up there. That thing is almost long gone. It's almost a kilometer away at this point. But as you guys do see, with the thrust of an engine drastically changing, we have to spend a whole lot more time with this smaller engine now that does not exert as much power but uses a whole lot less fuel. Now, I am a bit worried already, as this is our engine that is supposed to help us safely land on the Mun, as well as take us back to the planet Kerbin. So hopefully we have enough fuel to do the job, although I found myself without enough fuel every time I try this. So maybe we had to be a bit more conservative at times, like not do as many safety burns or, something like that. But we'll try. So we only have to burn for about 10 more seconds here, and once we're done with that, we should be in a circular orbit around the planet Kerbin, which is always fantastic. All right, so let's just lock ourselves in here as the orbit view changes, and let's cut. All right, let's just get a little more burn on there. There we go. All right, fantastic. All right, so let's just delete our maneuver node here and see what we actually have ourselves with. All right, now that is a very low periaps. I don't know if I'm cool with that one, actually. Okay, nevertheless, let's just try and make another maneuver node here without crashing into the planet Kerbin. And, find our... Actually, no, I did that completely wrong. Never mind, we have to do it from the periaps if we want to expand the apoapsis. Never mind, I am a bit of a noob. Doesn't matter. All right, here we go. So let's just expand this guy here to expand our apoapsis in this direction. Now, if we do have an encounter with the Moon, we should see it. So let me just adjust this a bit so we have an encounter with the Mun wherever that may be. Oh, yep, there it is. Fantastic. So let's see. What would our periaps be for? I keep making this little puff sound in my pop filter. I don't like that at all. All right, hang on. I'm trying to make this a really close periaps so we don't actually have to orbit the Mun. Instead, we can just collide with it, because that's always a good thing, colliding with the Mun. All right, so here, let me just take a better look right here just to make sure. So yeah, we'll get sucked right into the mun right there at that point. So we'll kind of escape it right here, and then we'll go right into it. Okay, great stuff. So let's just see, to burn for 1 minute and 38 seconds. I think we have enough in that. However, I think that'll be a majority of our fuel right there. So I don't actually know if we'll have enough to get back or even do like a sufficient safety burn to get us down to the mun. So this is already a bit of a sketchy mission, but nevertheless, we're going to try and fly as safely as possible, get our Kerbal, or Bob Kerman in this case, to his objective, which is the mun. We're going to land safely, and we're just going to take all those photos, put down the flag in celebration of our touchdown on the mun, and we should be good to go. And hopefully this time we won't run out of power. So yeah, we can only hope. All right, so let's just wait till we get to our node right here. Okay, and we have to burn for 1 minute and 38 seconds. So that's going to be a bit of a strenuous burn on our engine here. All right, I want to make sure I get this right on the money. All right, so while we're burning, we should see our stuff here change. Yep, our apoapsis is already expanding as we speak. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll encounter the mun in quite a bit, but what should we do in the meantime? Here, let's just take a look at our solar system here. Just like gives you a big scope of like how little we are actually in this this big solar system. So we got, wow, look at all these planets out here. Now this Elu one has a bit of an interesting orbit. It kind of like intersects a jewel right here. I think that's how you pronounce it, jewel. I do not really know, but yeah, I've never really gone further than the mun. I've never landed on Minmus or really had an idea of going there for the time being. I want to like just really get comfortable with landing on the moon, or the mun in this case, before going to Minmus, which is basically just another moon, but it's a whole lot further away, so it requires like more fuel and more savviness when it comes to like maneuvers and all that stuff. So let's just keep burning. We've got another 30 seconds on us right now, and look at that orbit speed, 3,000 meters per second. That is pretty cool. All right, so we got about 20 more seconds, and then, just look at that ocean right there. We got a nice little island right here, some more islands. It's looking pretty cool. Now, whenever they decide to add cities into the game, it's going to look pretty cool to see, like, all the cities from space. So they made the Great Wall of China, something like that. And there's the mun right there. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's just try and get this to as far as we can, and bam. Oh, wait, we can do that for a bit more. There we go, just get as close as possible. Fantastic. All right, let's just make sure this is looking good. All right, that's not looking good at all. That was supposed to be a bit different. Oh, that's another maneuver. Never mind, that makes sense. All right, here we go. So we've got another maneuver right here in about, wait, is this the same maneuver here? Yeah, it was. All right, here. So we have to find that other maneuver node, considering I did make one. Oh, yep, here he is. Oh, no, I'm using a bit too much power here. All right, hang on. Let's just do this other maneuver node right here. I don't even know if this is the right one. No, it's just a different maneuver node. Here, I'm going to have to make a bit of an adjustment here, so we'll be able to... Here, where was that maneuver node? Was it this one back here? It was, but I missed it. Okay, this is a bit interesting. Wait, so this is another maneuver right here, but it's not going to get us into the orbit of the mun sufficiently. Here, let's see. Is this like a collision course orbit? I don't like making orbits with the mun, as it just takes more time, honestly, and we don't really want to waste a whole lot of time or fuel. So I just kind of like collide right into the mun, like right before, and I do like a safety burn just to make sure. So yeah, here we go. Let's just get it locked in right here. We've got about 17 minutes before this guy goes, so we have some time to spare. All right, so let's just speed time up 90%, not a big deal or anything like that. And then once we hit this maneuver node, we should be good to go when it comes to, like intersecting the mun. Alrighty. So about 6 minutes left. 5, 4, almost, it's like a countdown. All right, so once we get to about 1 minute, let's just start cranking back on the time warp here, just so we don't miss our node, because we want to get there and we don't want to have to do any retakes. So here we go, about 20 seconds left. And look at that, we're already getting further away and further away from Kerbin. All right, so once we do this, maybe like a lopsided thing towards the moon or the mun. All right, so here we go, right in our velocity vector and right in our maneuver node. We have to burn for a good 4 seconds, not a big deal or anything, so we should have plenty of fuel left for, our expedition. So let's just do our burn right now. Only to burn not much at all. Fantastic. All right, so, and there it goes. Let me just try and get the last of it out of there. There we go. All right, great stuff. Okay, so let's check that out now. All right, yes, fantastic. Look, we're already like in a crash course with the moon. So let's just do a bit of a time warp here. Like, as we get closer and closer to it, just like seems so scary. It's like it's exploding on us. It's like getting bigger and bigger. All right, so once we get out of here, we will kind of cross its orbit, and then once we are out of this port, the the Mun will come out, it'll come by and sweep us up within its giant gaping orbit. Alright, so here we go, and I think we're about to hit it right about here. This is where we encounter the Mun, and I actually think we'll be getting in on the light side of the moon, which is always a nice thing, because I've landed on the dark side of the Mun before, and it is never a fun thing, let me tell you that much. So I think we might be, blessed be us on this expedition. So Bob Kerman, you're not going to do any extraneous maneuvers, and this time, you know, you're lucky. Alright, so let's just check our, okay, I think I'm going to, let me see if undoing the solar panels does anything for the power levels. Here, let me just try and extend these guys, and hopefully we will be able to charge up. Is that charging us up at all? Wait, they have to deploy fully. Alright, so let's just wait for them. Did I put on 2 different solar panels here? I did. Okay, well, that was a bit of a mess up on my part right here. Okay, yeah, so nice. That is charging up nicely. So let's just like collapse this one here, because that one just looks silly. Alright, so there's the planet Kerbin all the way back there, and we are coming in hot, that is for sure. Alright, so here we go, and let's just keep time warping towards the Mun. Now, there are quite a few mountains on the Mun, and it looks like we're heading right towards a crater, so we might be in a bit of a jotted area here. So let me just try and, you know, like slowly hit my retrograde vector here, just so I will be able to, you know, like start losing velocity after a bit of a time here. So this is our retrograde right here. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is once we hit about like 100,000 feet, our terminal velocity right now, it's about like 650 meters per second and increasing. And to give you an idea of how safe landing is only done at about 30, or not 30, less than 7 meters per second. So we're going to have to like slowly do like little retro burns just to make sure that we don't hit them on too hard. You know, just as a matter of fact, let me do a bit of a quick save right here just in case anything goes wrong. Alright, so let's just start doing little burns, you know, as you'll see our orbit, or our terminal velocity heading towards, or lunar velocity as it's called, will slowly decrease as you're seeing right now. Now I'm not going to give it all my power quite yet, just so you know, like we don't run out yet. So yeah, that'll be fantastic. Now, since we do in fact have these lights on here, if we were coming on the dark side of the moon, we would have to worry about, you know, like lighting up the area and just seeing what's going on. Now we get this time warp today once we've landed successfully. However, we're landing on the light side of the moon, which is fantastic and quite lucky in my case. Okie dokie here. So let's just do a, oh, I can't time warp while the ship is throttled up. That is not good at all, not good at all. And let's just slowly pick up on the throttle here. I don't want to have too fast of a velocity coming in like this. So let me just crank up the throttle here to about halfway here, and by the time we hit about 20,000 meters, I want to be like at no more than 200 meters per second on our velocity, and that should be okay based on how we're going right now. And yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm actually thinking that I should have my velocity a bit higher just so we can like come in a timely manner without having to do a whole lot of time warp. But you know, it's not really that big of a deal. But we've got some fuel to spare here. This is the Mark 1. If we do need more fuel, we'll make that adjustment when we get back to the hangar. But I reckon right now we are doing quite fine for the job. Oh man, I'm excited. We're actually going to land on the Mun. Fantastic. All right, so look at the sun over there. There's planet Kerbin. Bob Kerman's a bit surprised. He's like, we're actually going to land on the Mun, because last time Jebediah kicked the bucket on us when we kept slamming into the Mun, because we were using these lights and they are taking up all of our power, and I didn't know it quite yet. So things were getting a bit sketchy, honestly. Alright, so we're hitting about 50,000 meters, and we're actually losing a lot of terminal velocity. So I'm actually just going to, you know, throttle back here just so we don't lose it all that quickly, but we're still coming in at a decent speed. Actually, no, let me just, can I throttle up at all? Here, let me just do a bit of a time warp till I get to about like 20,000, and then I'll do a bit of a throttle up here. Alright, so let's just come in. Looks like we're coming in so fast right now because of the time warp. Alright, so let's just slowly throttle up right here, hit our retrograde vectors so we lose all of our velocity, or at least a good portion of it, so we don't have to worry about slamming into the moon at too hard of a speed. Alright, let's just do one more quick save. Oh, under acceleration. Here we go. Let's do that quick save, that speedy quick save. Alright, and here we go. Oh my goodness, guys, we're coming in for the landing. This is going to be great. Might as well deploy the gear right now. Let's press G to do that. Oh yeah. Did I put on 3 legs? Okay, good. I was about to say if I put on 2 legs, that would have been a fail. We came this far and we found out that we do not actually have enough legs for the job. That's not good. Alright, so I had about 18,000. Let me just throttle up here just so our velocity is not too hardcore. and we should be good to go. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is gonna be great. Oh yeah. So let me just make sure, like, yeah, when I move, it's not taking any power because more power is coming in and is going out. But if we were to like turn on our lights, we'll see right here how our power is being used up, but the flow is going right back in. So, you know, not a big deal. All right. So, you know, it's like kind of like throttle back here, just so when we come in, we're not coming in too hot. So, you know, we can do a bit of time warp here, just so we don't have to worry about it. All right, here we go. And at about 5,000 feet, I'll eliminate pretty much all of our terminal velocity and try not to. All right, here we go. And let's just get rid of all of that stuff just so we don't have to worry about it. And we're actually making pretty good usage of our fuel right now. I know we're going through a lot more than we really need to, but I think we might actually have just enough to speed into an orbit. Just kind of leave the planet. I think Kerbin's like, where is it? Oh goodness gracious, I've lost sight of it. Oh well, but we'll try and zoom right out and into, you know, like just a shift right to Kerbin. But yeah, if not, we can send a rescue mission out here and try and get Bob Kerbin, you know, like get a multi-capsule person, like leave someone else behind or something like that. We'll just have to see. It all comes down to like we're picking straws here. All right, so let's just do a bit of time excel right here, because I think we're actually like, we're at that point where we're losing, we're not really gaining anything, so we actually have to, you know, just give ourselves a second to regain and come back down at a bit of a faster speed. Okay, so can't do a whole lot of time warp here, so we're just going to have to let this guy come down at a bit of a slow speed. Let's just take a look through the little the capsule here, so we can see our stars. That's no good. I want to see a view of the moon or something. Or we're already on the moon. Haha, gotcha. All right, so let's just come in at a nice speed right here, about 3,000 meters. Let's just do another safety burn here just to make sure. Oh, here's sticky keys. All right, here we go. I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm kind of cautious about my burns now that I'm like pressing sticky keys. I really hate sticky keys so much. When I used to play a game as a kid, I'd like trigger a sticky key and I'd be like, Dad, what happened? There's sticky keys. Why is this happening to me? Well, son, it seems as though the computer hates you. Well, that's reassuring. Thanks, Dad. All right, but at any rate, enough about my childhood and more about Kerbal Space Program. And now I am aware that these lights are uneven. I just wanted there to be like the most light being projected, so we wouldn't have to like worry about any parts being, you know, like too illuminated, so we won't be able to see beneath us. But wow, look at this. It just looks so cool. This is a fantastic game. It's actually like a nice educational game, and it's kind of teaching too. I'm learning all about that aerospace stuff. All right, so we're actually starting to see our shadow here, and that is getting cool. All right, I'm actually starting to come up here, so let's just, I'm burning too hard in spurts here, so I'm trying to make up for that. I just don't want to press sticky keys too many times to like make the perfect burn to where, you know, it'll be like a good burn, but it's also going to like really mess us up in the long run. So let's just try this one out here. Oh yeah, we're coming in hot. Here we go, here we go. Let's just try and get rid of all of our velocity here. I want to be at no more than 7 when I'm coming in for the landing. Seems like we're coming in on a bit of a jot here. Don't want to do that. No, I do not. Here, let's just cut back here. All right, just let us come down even further. We're at like a good point right now where we can just like kind of edge on the throttle when we need to. However, we just don't want to come in too hard or else things are going to be bad for us. We're going to become a crater on the Mun, which is not optimal. Here we go. Just doing our little burns in between here. All right, and we're coming down. Let's just do another really hard safety burn. Oh, dang it, that was too hard. I'm sorry, Jebediah, I didn't mean it. Just wanted to try and make this a smooth landing for you, dude. Sorry. All right, let's just do a little burn right now, just so, here, let's try that one. And no, we're still gaining. That is no good. Okay, I feel like we're just gonna keep doing this hopscotch unless we come in. So here we go. This is looking good. Here, let's just do our little burn. Hopefully we don't tip over right here. Here, let me just do a little quick save just to make sure. Cannot quick save while about to crash. It's predicting the future. That's no good. All right, here we go. I think this might be good. I feel like our velocity, though, is becoming a bit too much. Okay, yeah, here. I think this one actually might be good. Okay, here we go. This is going to be good. Just like at the last second. Really good burn. Oh, dang. Everyone's just like, just land already. But if I like land with too much, the landing struts will break. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. All right, here we go. That's it. I'm just gonna touch down right here. Here we go. All right, that's it. I'm doing it. Here we go. Oh, dang it. I'm like gaining too much velocity when I'm doing this. Oh no, we lost our landing. Oh, goodness gracious. That was what I was worried about. That is why we don't come in too fast. Okay, I got an idea. We're gonna like try and, oh goodness gracious, this is gonna turn into a little moon rescue thing here, isn't it? Here, I think I'm going to have to EVA our guy right here. All right, before we crash land. All right, that's it. EVA it. Get out of there, Kerbin. Oh my goodness. That was like a blaze of glory. Oh, wow. That was something, but the escape capsule actually managed to survive that. Man, I actually think I know what I could have done better, but I didn't want the ship to get all lopsided. I actually think this thing survived. Here, let's just, we're a bit shaken up here. Let's just plant the flag. Why not? Now you are going to notice by this flag that I do have a certain mod installed. It is, indeed. Oh, wait, what flag is this? Oh, name site. This is going to be Crash Site Alpha. Here, oh goodness gracious, that was pretty intense. We done crashed, son, because that's how we did it. We done crashed, son. All right, so let's just take a look at our flag real quick. Kerbal Space Program. Now, can we still board this guy, or is this just like space junk at this point? Oh no, I don't want this to be space junk. I actually think we're going to like send a rescue mission out here, like a proper rescue for him. Oh goodness, I wonder if this light still works though. Oh, it doesn't. Or does it? No, it doesn't look like that works. Oh, wow. Well, we're here at Crash Site Alpha, and we're actually going to have to come back here and rescue our guy. My goodness. We're going to come back for Bill Kerbin, though. But I think that'll really do it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll join back next time where we're going to rescue Bill here at Crash Site Alpha. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.